Hey everyone, things have been pretty crazy. I'm going to get into that a little more in another video, but that also means that I am on a time frame, and so we're getting another very quick edit video. So today we're going to talk about painting quick and easy gemstones, like the one you see here. There's quite a few on this particular model. So let's get into it. I'm Mandy, and this is Mandy's Mini. Okay, quick and easy. Therefore, we're going to keep to a very limited palette. We've got black, white, and whatever color the gem is supposed to be. So in this case, we're doing one as a ruby and one as a sapphire. But you can use any color you want, green, purple, yellow, doesn't really matter. All right, and as you can see, also to save time, I've base coated the gems. So one is blue, one is red. That's where we're going to start with. And the important thing to note is that with gemstones, the light refracts differently. So it actually is lighter on the bottom than on the top. So that there's a lot of reasons and scientific explanations as to why we're keeping it quick. We're not getting into that. That's not important. What's important is how to paint them. So we're going to start by working our way up into darker colors. So I'm taking the top section and darkening it down a bit. Now, they also tend to stay for circular gemstones, they tend to hold their shape. So that means the highlights and shadows that I'm adding are all going to be round to an extent. So we're going to focus just on the red one now. So that is about 3 red to 1 black that I just put down. And this one is 2 red to 1 black. That's going to be my next coat. Now, depending on how your light is, that's going to change how much of each of these colors are showing, whether it's showing a little bit darker or a little bit lighter. And then we want to finish all the way up in our purest black. Now we're going to go the other way. So I've got a little bit of black or a little bit of red that I mixed with the white. And I'm just going to put a little bit of a smidge of a highlight here, showing that there's a little more white, a little more light down there. And then I'm going into my white, and I'm going to make a small point. Then we're going to add a little specular highlight up here. And the thing about that is it should be the same shape. So because this one's kind of oval, it's kind of an oval highlight. If you're doing a more circular, it should be more round. And personally, I think that still looks a little too bright. So I want to take that darkness down a bit just to kind of sell the effect more. And also want to shrink down that highlight down there, so I'm covering it back up. There we go. That's starting to read a little bit better. Oops. And if you mess up, that's okay. It's only paint. That is clearly way too thick. So take that down a bit more. And there we go. Now we're starting to read as a gem. Okay, and moving to the blue, guess what? We're going to do the same exact thing. So this time I'm only taking a 2-to-1 ratio of the black to the blue. It's kind of a little bit of a smaller gemstone, and it's a little bit obscured. So I want there to be quite a bit less blue and quite a bit more black. And once again, make sure your layers are totally dry before you put the next one on. Not like me rushing through this so that I can show you 2 gemstones in 10 minutes or less. Okay, and now with blue, red is always kind of tricky when you get into whites because of the fact that pink exists. But for the blue, you'll see that it works very, very well to kind of get that lighter blue in there. And then it's the highlights that really sell the effect, the bit of white. Like many things, many of the techniques, the extreme blacks and whites are really what sell it. Okay, now this one's still oval, but it's a little more rounded, so I'm going to make it a little less noticeable, but that's way too thick. Not to worry. Fix it like we did last time. There we go. I want to add a little more of the brilliant blue in here as opposed to that lighter blue. But because that lighter blue base is down there, it's always going to be just a little bit more. So that's it. Those 2 gemstones are done. Now this works with round and oval, but if you have any, like this square one here, that have these faceted sides, this technique does not quite work. That needs a more detailed and lengthy explanation for how to paint that. That doesn't fit with the quick and easy rule. One other thing that will help after you've finished, be sure you finalize it with a little gloss varnish. Really make it shine, and especially if you've flat sealed the entire paint job first and then do the gloss varnish on just the gemstones, it shows you a little bit of difference there, and that's how they actually really sell with the shine. So because you do see the difference in the finish. So that's it for this one. I hope you learned something. I hope it was helpful. Please let me know if there's any other techniques or tricks that you're looking to know that you'd like me to do in this quick format or even a long format, just let me know. Make sure you put it in the comments, like, subscribe. That really helps me out and helps out the channel. So please be sure you do that. And until next time, have fun and keep creating.